name's Molly. I'm a small business owner and full-time pottery artist, and I told you all to ask me any and all questions you have about pottery and owning a small business. So I'm going to answer your questions today. Here we go. The first question is, how did you learn to make pottery? When I was a kid in middle school, high school, my mom got my brother and I some pottery lessons from a local artist. And I never really got the hang of it. I kind of just decided, it's really more my brother's thing. He was really excelling at it. So I kind of let it go and didn't think about pottery for like 13 years. And then during the pandemic, I did some soul searching and I was like, I really want to get back into clay. So I impulse bought a wheel and just started throwing, kind of reteaching myself what I thought I knew already, and just watched a ton of videos online of other artists throwing and kind of trying to mimic the motions. This is a two-part question. When did you first become a full-time artist, and what were the hurdles with getting started? I've been an artist kind of always. I started out in photography. I was working for some crafting magazines, and then I got my wheel and I started making pottery on the side almost every day after work and every weekend, just doing pottery as much as I could. And then I had a video that I posted online because I just started filming myself immediately from the beginner stage. And a video of me making one of my products went viral. And that's what gave me the courage to leave my full-time job and actually make this into a business. The second part of the question was, what is the biggest hurdle to getting started? I would say it's betting on yourself, believing in yourself, truly giving it a go, and having the confidence in yourself that if you are really this passionate and dedicated, you can find success. Next question, how did you get started selling? So believe it or not, I actually got the pottery wheel with no intention of selling. I was just gonna make some cute stuff for my house, and then friends and family started reaching out and asking, how can I buy this? And I was like, people wanna spend money on my art? So who am I to say no? I mean, sure. I would love to sell my art. So then I started doing some research. I started on Etsy. Everyone knows Etsy. They take a large percentage from the artists with each sale. So I was looking for another way to sell besides Etsy, and I followed another small business and they recommended a company called Big Cartel. Big Cartel is like Etsy, but you just pay a monthly fee for the website and then they don't take a percentage of your work from there. So for me, that made more sense financially. The next question is, how did you find your target audience? I love this question because I feel like my audience found me, but when I think about how that happened, I think my recommendation for anyone who's interested in starting your own business is just show up, film yourself, be honest, be authentic, and if people resonate with you and your vibe and your energy and your art, they'll stick around. The people who don't really appreciate you or your work will just move along, hopefully, might leave a comment or two letting you know, but yeah, in the end, the people who really get you will stick around, and in that way, you'll find your audience just by being yourself. Next question is, what has been the most surprising part of running and owning your own small business? For me, it's been the relationships I've been able to make with complete strangers. In the modern world we live in today, we can make connections with people online from all different countries and parts of life, and that's just such a cool connection I never anticipated. When I get an order in my business and I see a repeat customer, it's such a special feeling because I'm like, we're connected. Like, you get me, I really appreciate you, we value each other, and that's just a really cool feeling. I've also been able to make other cool connections with other small businesses and artists online. It's so fun to have that community when you can share like tips and tricks with each other. I work by myself, so it's really cool that I've been able to find a sense of community online. This next question made me laugh. How did you learn to use your kiln perfect? Well, when I first got a kiln, firstly I got it off Craigslist for $200, which is a steal, and I mixed up cone 06 with cone 6. If you're a pottery artist, you're freaking out right now. This is a huge mistake, and I learned it the hard way. I fired my bisqueware to cone 6 instead of 06 and melted everything to the shelves. All that I made in that first batch was a total loss, which is okay because it probably wasn't that great anyways. From there, I called my local pottery shop and was like, hey, I'm using your clay. Let me know, like, how do I fire? What am I supposed to do? And they were so helpful. And you just have to talk to people and ask questions and learn, and kind of just jumping in and getting experience is the best way to learn. You're not gonna just be born with it, unfortunately, but if you have mentors or other potters that you can ask questions, those are invaluable resources. Then I got quite a few questions about how to get started in pottery or having your own pottery studio. And the best thing I would recommend, which is what I did not do, is first go to a local pottery studio, take classes, and learn from instructors, and just get experience around the materials, the tools, and everything that's required in pottery. I kind of just jumped in on my own and learned along the way, and therefore I made more mistakes. And for people who want to do their own home studio setup, I think the essential things you need are a wheel, pottery tools, clay, maybe glazes, and a kiln if you can swing it. But if not, I know some people will throw at home and then pay a studio to fire their work if a kiln is just not an option for you. Last question, how did you pick a wheel in a kiln? There are a lot of options of good manufacturers for kilns and pottery wheels. I kind of did some research online and saw what other potters were using and loving, and then I also had experience throwing on other wheels. So just ask around, look at reviews online, and see what people are into and what they're not. People are pretty honest in reviews, so I think that's a good way to get started. Thank you everyone who submitted questions. This was really fun. I think I might do this again. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comments, and I can make another video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more.